Alright, what's going on, y'all? Turn that heater off so it's not making all this noise and stuff like that. Hopefully y'all stretching. I have been stretching. I stretched last night and I didn't record it. But I also didn't do all of my stretching. I just did a quick standing hamstring stretch. So I really need to get it in tonight. But anyhow, yeah, what I want to talk about while I was stretching tonight. Yeah. So like I've been doing this recording and whatnot, and you know, like right now I have like a relatively small YouTube channel. And shout out to a lot of you who've been joining. You know, for some reason, folks really seem to catch on to some of these stretching videos. And hopefully it means that you're stretching yourself. But anyhow, why do I keep on doing this stuff? So the reason why I keep on doing, like recording these videos of me stretching is because I seek to motivate you to kind of see how easy it is, you know, to make healthy changes. One thing that we often tend to lose sight of, or we tend to not really catch sight of, so to speak, is the fact that, you know, making a significant change to your health doesn't necessarily have to start with some big drastic thing. It starts with like routines. And so that's why I record this so that's why I record these videos with me stretching, you know, call them nightly stretching videos, because this is how you change. So in today's world, man, you know, with social media the way it is, you see people whose bodies just look amazing. You know, a lot of times we don't really see the work that they put in to get their bodies the way that they are. Or even sometimes people take shortcuts. You know, maybe people get surgery, or maybe people get like different kind of procedures and stuff like that. And so the results that they get aren't even really like realistic for you per se, in the sense of like you thinking, man, how would I work to get there? It's like, well, they didn't work. But anyway, you see these things and you want it now. And our culture often teaches us you need, you know, if you want something, you need to have it right now. And like really the way that this whole life thing works, it doesn't really work that way. And we all know that. We all know that, but like our culture has kind of really made us have a hard time with waiting or kind of going through a process. Now I do believe sometimes the things that we want, they may not necessarily take as long as we think they will, especially depending on how intelligently we go about those things, how knowledgeably we do. But the point that I'm making is, this health journey is a process, man. It's a process. And so like even me here being pretty inflexible, the stretching I've been doing here recently, of course, is kind of get me back to a certain kind of place. I desire to be way past even where I am now. But it's getting me to a place gradually back to where I was. And but it's a process. It's coming back and just doing the same thing again and again. And then, you know, you can kind of tell over time, especially if every single time you do it, you're dedicated to like really kind of giving it your best, you're going to improve every time. And that improvement is cumulative. So here's the thing. I got to make sure I don't hold my breath while I do this stuff. So whenever you take a deep breath and you exhale, you can push deeper into the stretch, and that helps you get more out of your stretching routine. But anyhow, here's the thing, and I say this pretty often. One thing to never forget is the fact that if you have some sort of health issue, or you're overweight, or you're inflexible like me, or you know, something like that, then that built up over time. That took a while to get that way. Health problems, you know, like even like high blood pressure and stuff like that, they don't just instantaneously just appear. You know, it's just the stuff that causes high blood pressure is it's around long enough that it starts to result in dysfunction in your body. Same thing with type 2 diabetes. Same thing with obesity. You know, it feels like you turn around and then you're like 15, 30 pounds heavier, but it really isn't like that. It's like it just accumulated over time, and you're kind of going about life and not really tuned in to like what's really going on. And then next thing you know, you turn around and it's like that. Which reminds me of another topic I have to talk about sometime. But anyhow, I say that to say, this stuff builds up over time. And specifically, it's habits that we learn. A lot of times it's habits that we don't necessarily intentionally learn. From my experience, it's a lot of times like maybe there's something that becomes a habit because maybe it's something that you like some sort of something that you eat or something that you like, and then you just kind of consume it, and then next thing you know it becomes a routine because it kind of like it feeds like a craving or something like that. So it's easy, you know. Or it could be you just got some sort of new routine in life or whatever. Maybe you got a job change and you can't eat until a certain time, and you pass by this restaurant, you get something from this restaurant all the time. A lot of times it's just like life just kind of happens and we're not really seeing what's going on. But the main point I'm wanting to make is that it's little things over time. It just so happens that it's little things over time that we're not consciously choosing or as consciously choosing, and then they end up kind of like being detrimental to our health journey, you know. And so making strides in your health journey, causing positive change, is a matter of intentional habit forming, where you start to do things, for example, maybe you start to eat a big salad every day, and you know, maybe at first it's kind of like it's drudgery, you don't really want to do it, you know, but then when you stick with it intentionally, making yourself do it over time, it starts to change from you intentionally doing it to like one of the things that you just do. Then you even a lot of times start to find yourself developing a like for it whenever you do it long enough. And whenever you're intentional enough, then it comes to a place where you're not having to be as intentional anymore. And that's really how it is. But a lot of times we just don't allow ourselves to get to those spots. We don't, because we get so worked up about the emotion of it all. You know, we get so worked up about the emotion, like, man, I really want this, or I don't really feel like doing this exercise. You know, we kind of get worked up in like the present time versus kind of understanding that who we want to become is a process. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the reason why I keep on showing myself doing this stuff. You know, I still have a pretty small channel, at least as of today, and I believe it's going to be a lot bigger here pretty soon. But for those of you who come and watch these videos, that's why I keep on doing it, because I'm trying to show you even something that I personally, even me with a fitness channel, something that I obviously have to do a lot of work on. I'm showing me making incremental progress so you can see how it looks. Hopefully you're following along, you're not just watching me, because I believe everybody would do well to be flexible. It's very, very valuable as you age, and it's very, very valuable for helping to prevent injuries and stuff like that. Having muscles that aren't so tight, especially if you're somebody who does strength training, you know, lifting weights, doing calisthenics. But yeah, anyhow, I just kind of want to show you this stuff, man. To just kind of be a little bit vulnerable, to kind of show you, you know, not just show like a part of me that is like all got it all together. Like I'm obviously struggling in the flexibility department, and but I'm working at it in front of you guys. And then sometimes I stretch offline. I don't always record it because I don't want it to just be that I stretch just to record content either. But anyway, I keep on coming back at it because I know that as long as I keep on doing this, as long as I keep on doing it, it's very uncomfortable. Like that stretch there, where I can't even, I can touch my toes. I can. I didn't even know that. See, I can touch my toes with a sitting reach. That's a big deal for me. But anyway, I just know when I keep on coming back to it, then I'm gonna keep on getting better every time. But if I kind of get discouraged and then I allow myself to stop, then there you go. I've effectively ended my progress. But like when you understand this thing is a lifestyle, it's a process and it's a lifestyle, then you kind of understand it's not just about me trying to reach a goal. It's me being the person who has whatever stuff. Like, people often kind of talk about these athletes like LeBron, and Kobe, Tom Brady, and all these folks. It wasn't just like some sort of like just talent, man. It wasn't. And some of these people, like if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people weren't even looking at Tom Brady at first. But like if you're dedicated to like excellence, man, if you're dedicated to constantly improving, there's a lot of other people who are talented but are not dedicated to constantly improving. And so, not that it's about passing people, but you'll easily pass other people who are relying on their talents. You know? So anyway, I'm gonna let that be it. And like I say, a lot of times I still do a little bit more stretching off camera. I do like a standing hamstring stretch. And by the way, my goal with this butterfly stretch in particular right here, because I'm pushing with my elbows, my goal with this one is to get my knees laying on the ground like my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter does. It's like if she can do it, I can do it. It's gonna take me a while. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/SeanB2B Fitness today.